Hello everyone, this is Srimati from Dr. Ambedkar Global Law Institute, Tirupati. Today we are going to see the appointment of auditors. According to Companies Act 1956, the auditor will be appointed at each annual general meeting. But now the auditor will be appointed for a period of 5 years. According to Section 139 of Companies Act 2013 provides that every company first annual general meeting appoint an individual or a firm as an auditor. Okay, and the auditor holds office till the conclusion of its sixth annual general meeting. So here one thing should be noted that before appointment is made, the company has to get a written consent of an auditor and also a certificate in accordance with Section 141 shall be obtained from an auditor. So what is Section 141? Whether he is a qualified chartered accountant, he should provide a certificate which has been provided by the Institute of Chartered Accountant. Okay, the term of appointment. Here a listed company, that is a company which has been belonging to prescribed class shall not appoint or reappoint in two cases, that is an individual has an auditor for more than one term, the term of 5 consecutive years, and the second one is under audit firm. Suppose an individual means first thing, and second one is audit firm has an auditor for more than 2 terms of 5 consecutive years. And the second one is it's a mandatory firm rotation. So what is about a mandatory firm rotation? According to 2013 Companies Act introduced the concept of rotation of auditors and firms. So here firms means auditor firms. Okay, and then mandatory to rotate means the individuals, for individuals every 5 years, and then in case of audit firm every 10 years with the uniform cooling period of 5 years in both the cases. It means they have to given the auditors, individual auditor or audit firm has to be given a cooling period of 5 years. Okay, Code of Ethics which has been issued by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has a requirement to rotate audit partners in case of listed companies after every 7 years with a cooling period of 2 years. It is mandatory, okay, which has been given by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. The next one is appointment of first auditor in case of every company except government companies. The first auditor of a company must be appointed, that is other than a government company. So the first auditor should be appointed by the board of directors within 30 days from the date of registration of companies. Okay, under the Companies Act in the Register of Companies. Suppose if there is about a failure to appoint an auditor by the board of directors, then the appointment should be done by the members within 90 days at an extraordinary general meeting. Okay, so the member has to appoint the auditor, first auditor, extraordinary general meeting. The appointed auditor shall hold an office till the conclusion of first annual general meeting of the company. And the next one is appointment of first auditor in case of a government company. So what is a government company? So here government company or any other company which has been owned or controlled or directly or indirectly by the central government or any state government or state governments, number of governments, or partly by the central government and partly by one or more state governments, then that company we call it as a government company. In such a case, the first auditor should be appointed by the Comptroller and Audit General of India within 60 days from the date of registration of the company. In case if he fails to do so, then the board of directors should appoint within the next 30 days. If board of directors also fails to appoint auditor in such a limited period, then the member has to appoint within the next 30 days at an extraordinary general meeting. He holds the office until the next conclusion of annual general meeting. And the next one is appointment of subsequent auditor in case of a government company. So already you know the definition of a government company. Okay, so here also the Comptroller and Audit General of India appoints an auditor who has been duly qualified. Okay, so here within 180 days from the commencement of financial year. Okay, so that is the important thing. 180 days from the date of from the commencement of financial year, and he holds the office till the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. And the next one is in case appointment of auditor in case of casual vacancy. So here this casual vacancy to be filled by the board of directors within 30 days. Okay, so any companies, but in case the casual vacancy arises out of resignation, okay, that is resignation of an auditor, then they have to get an appointment approval by the general meeting within the 3 months by the board, and he shall hold the office till the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. Okay, that is a very important thing, that they have to get prior approval from the general meeting. And the next one is appointment of retiring auditor. So who is about retiring auditor? His tenure is getting into an end. So in such a case, again the appointment of an auditor in the same company. So here that is the case, a retiring auditor may be reappointed in an annual general meeting if he is not disqualified. Okay, as we stated above, that is he has got the tenure of 5 years, consecutive years, or he has been in the firm. Okay, if it's not the case, then he can be reappointed. Okay, and the next one is he has not given a notice in writing of his unwillingness to be reappointed. He himself has not given an unwillingness to be reappointed. Then he will be qualified for the reappointment. And then next one is special resolution has not been passed expressly that he shall not be reappointed. The particular auditor shall not be reappointed. Like that, any special resolution has passed in the meeting, then the person cannot be reappointed in an annual general meeting. Suppose say for example in any of the above cases has not followed in a company, means the existing auditor shall continue as an auditor of a company. That is the case. And then at final the role of audit committee in appointment of auditor. That is suppose the company requires to constitute an audit committee under section 177, means then the all above mentioned things. Okay, the appointment of first auditor, then appointment of subsequent auditors by a government company, casual vacancy, retiring auditors, reappointment. So all these above things shall be taken into account on the basis of recommendation of such committee, not by their own individuals, not by the rules which has been said above. This is the thing related to appointment of an auditor, okay, in a company. Hope you understood. Until the next, it is bye from Srimati. Thank you.